Since I just finished reviewing all the films in the existing Star Wars saga, I figured I'd take the chance and allow you to see my complete Star Wars home video collection. I hope you enjoy it. So this video really isn't going to involve any kind of like movie reviews or anything, but I am going to walk you through all these different sets, give you a little information about each one of them. I'm going to go through them as chronologically as possible in terms of when they were released as opposed to when I got them. So it's a little easier to follow with the information I'm going to give you. But first off, we got basically the first version of the Star Wars trilogy that I ever had was recorded off of cable, Showtime and everything. So we got tapes labeled number 1 and 31. Obviously, Star Wars apparently was the first thing we ever recorded on a VCR because it's the first thing on tape number 1, so go figure that. And then you got Empire and Jedi both on tape 31 here, and I wore these things out to where they almost look blue. My the one I have Back to the Future on actually went blue on me. I don't know how that happens, but I have to keep moving out of frame a little bit here and there. But I wore out those tapes so much to the point where one day I was watching Empire Jedi in the living room and everything, and my parents came home and said they're commenting about how they looked kind of worn out and everything. And that Christmas they got me this box set, VHS box set of the Star Wars trilogy, which obviously you can tell by how kind of beat up, and I have tape on this thing and so on and so forth, that this has been around in my possession for a good 20 years. So what you got with this set, you got a nice little thing here. You got this, if you want you can check that out. There's a nice little thing here, message from George Lucas saying, 15 years ago I set out to make a film for a generation growing up without fairy tales. Star Wars was my own elaborate fantasy. It's a little hard to read the cursive handwriting. Star Wars was my own elaborate fantasy, but its popularity has gone beyond anything I've ever imagined. In years to come, I hope that you, your children, your children's children will experience this saga as much as I have, which is a weird thing to say. This was released in '92. For him to put this message here in '92, saying, oh, for generations to come, hope you enjoy these films as much as I have, until I go ahead and start changing the living shit out of all of them. So you got this nice slip cover and everything comes off here. Then you got this nice thing. You got some nice photographs from the series and everything. And you got these flaps that open up. They got these nice little details on here about when the film was released, the box office gross, and also Academy Award wins and nominations and everything. It's very informational. It's very great because way before there was an Internet Movie Database and all that stuff. To get this information, I had this, so I knew how much each film made and all the little things it got. But this is the pen and scan version, unfortunately. This is what I got when I was in 1992. You got the 3 VHS sets here, and they're all pen and scan, and this is what I watched for so very long until 97 when I got the special editions. But we'll get around to that. But yeah, this thing is beat up to living crap, but it's a beautiful piece of work to have. It's a beautiful set that's nice, and it really presents the thing well. It's got a lot of the great artwork on here from the series that most of it I have on my walls here. But at least around the same time was the widescreen set, which is the newest set, the set that just arrived in the mail today. So you can say that the circle is now complete. So you got this nice thing. Let me show you because you can't see it. You got this nice thing with a hologram on the front. Might look a little faded here. The one I got, this was like 15 bucks. A guy was selling this thing for 15 bucks on eBay plus about $10 for shipping. It got here today. It's Wednesday and everything. I bought it on like Saturday, so that's fantastic. That's speedy. So you got this nice thing, and it slides open. This is very much similar to the next set I'm going to show you, but in terms of construction and everything. But then you got the similar artwork for the series, for the tapes and everything. They're sliding out the cases, but get to everything else soon. But you got the similar artwork here for all of them, but you got this nice special collector's edition letterbox version banner on the top of things, which was nice and classy, nice and simple and everything, and a lot of the same artwork on the back and everything. And I popped these in. I watched at least I watched like the first 10 minutes or so of Star Wars and Empire, and they look pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of scratches. There's a lot of dust. There's grain on the thing, but it looked pretty good. I mean, the colors were pretty good, pretty strong. There's good clarity and whatnot, but it had a lot of that film scratches and everything. But if you're looking for like the vintage kind of feel that you have like in a theater or something like that, that kind of look, that kind of nostalgic grain and everything, these will really do the trick for you and everything. But also with the set you get, which is something I already had, which I'll mention later, you get these from Star Wars The Jedi documentary. It's about, I think it's about an hour long, narrated by Mark Hamill. It's a very good thing. This is the original thing. This is the original packaging, more or less. I didn't pop this in, but I have watched this many times on the one I have, and more to say about it when I get the next set of things. But I got a couple things in here. You got a nice sort of nice little print here, whatnot, with the beautiful artwork. Part of this a similar message that I had on the other box set, but it says, I continue to be amazed and pleased at the popularity of the Star Wars Saga. I am happy that the complete chronicle of the Star Wars Adventures has been brought together in a special collector's edition. Through the letterbox format, you'll be able to experience the trilogy in its original Panavision version. My thanks to all the talented people who helped bring my vision to the screen. George Lucas. Nice little message there and everything. And then you get this kind of promotional lithograph type of thing, which was when the thing was probably wrapped in shrink wrap and everything. This was probably the thing that was right on the back of the box, which is the sort of thing I've seen. But this is real nice. It's nice enough to have as like a little, maybe put it in a frame or something like that. You know, a nice little display piece that gives you a nice little kind of lithograph and whatnot. Then you got this really nice sort of excerpt booklet and everything. George Lucas, The Creative Impulse Special British Edition, which has a lot of nice photographs. I'm trying to find something that's in color here. A lot of black and white stuff. But you got something like this, some artwork, some stills, real high quality stuff. A lot of stuff from Jedi in here. And it's very, very interesting. I just got this when I got home from work today, so I haven't really looked through it, but you got some nice thing with Yoda here, and as you go on, there's just some behind the scenes photographs and filming things, and just behind the scenes stuff all over the place. Great promotional photographs. Once I read through it, which I'm sure I will, I would probably be very interested in finding the complete edition of this, which obviously that's what eBay is probably for. But yeah, this is a nice set. I mean, I kind of bought it mainly for this kind of stuff, this extra bonus stuff. But I mean, I did want to feel like it was complete, that everything that was there, everything that there was to have, I have it. Short of Laserdisc, which never had Laserdisc, but I had an appreciation for Laserdisc. I was like, that sounds like an awesome format, even though it was, I mean, obviously, yes, precursor to DVD, but all the huge discs where you had to keep flipping sides and whatnot. But a good idea for a format that was building blocks of something else. But yeah, this is a nice set. It's nice and blue. It's got this hologram on it. It's really nice. And this was 1992. And next up, we got 1995. In anticipation for the special edition releases, Lucasfilm went back and did a THX digital remaster on the entire trilogy. They went back and cleaned up the picture, enhanced the sound, spruced up some of the special effects and everything, and they released this beautiful set here, which personally this is my favorite, just in terms of presentation, the quality of the everything on it. And yet again, we've got a nice little, I'm blocking the microphone doing this, but got another thing from George Lucas on here. Might as well keep reading all this stuff. The appeal of Star Wars has gone beyond anything I could have imagined. I am pleased that for the final video release of Star Wars in its original version, we can present it with the best sound and picture quality yet available, thanks to THX digital mastering. The widescreen edition also reproduces the Panavision format of the original theatrical releases, providing an extraordinary video experience. In the years to come, I hope you, your children, and your children's children enjoy not only this trilogy but also the adventures yet to come in the continuing unfolding Star Wars universe. These are the first times I'm actually particularly reading some of these, so excuse me if I'm kind of tripping over a word here or two. But this is real. This is real nice. This is very sturdy. I'm not into, this might be kind of vinyl or whatnot over cardboard, but this is very extremely well constructed and everything, and it slides out kind of like the other set. And very nice texture and everything. It's very nice. And you got the discs, the VHS tapes here, little widescreen collector's thing edition up top. You got Star Wars, you got Empire. This was kind of called the Faces set for obvious reasons. They just had faces of the characters on the covers for kind of different set of artwork, give it a different feel, a different promotional version. And the picture quality in these, I really like them. These look great. For VHS, this looks great. I'm sure the Laserdisc releases were probably even better. I mean, the colors pop out more. They clean up a lot of that grain, a lot of that scratches that are on the other set. It looks a lot better. I've had this for about 2 years. I watch these on kind of a regular occasion. I really like this. I've got 2 VCRs. And also on each one of these tapes, you've got segments of an interview conducted by Leonard Maltin of George Lucas, giving a little insight into the history of the saga and where he was planning to go from there on out with the special editions, prequels. I mean, this is '95 and they're talking prequels as a definite thing, so that's very interesting. I mean, the odd thing is that I thought when these were originally released, I thought these were actually supposed to be the special edition re-releases. So I went, even though I already owned the this set here, once I knew these were out, I went to Blockbuster Video, and I rented all 3 movies on VHS in as the pan and scan versions, which is all they had, thinking that they were supposed to be the special editions. But even then, they still had some nice little things on them. It was enjoyable to watch, obviously, but it kind of caught me there, kind of fooled me there. I was a little ahead of the game there and everything, but this is my favorite set of the whole thing. This is beautiful. This is my display piece that you might have seen in the background a couple of videos here. I like to put it in a very nice place because it's a very beautiful set, and it's very well. Picture quality is fantastic, and it's just a really solid release. If you can track it down, it is very, very well worthwhile. But also, like I said, I got that 2 years ago, but in '95 they did do a re-release from Star Wars the Jedi, and I had a choice of, because when I went to buy these at, I think it was like Record Town or something like that in the mall, they had the original box cover artwork that I kind of showed you in the last set, and they had this one. I figured, well, these are digitally remastered. This might be digitally remastered. Well, no, it wasn't. So I got the Faces version of from Star Wars the Jedi VHS tape, which is not digitally remastered, but it's still a damn good documentary. It's very much worthwhile. You probably can find it on YouTube by now and whatnot. I'm sure someone's got it up there. But it's very, very good. It's a very good documentary that gives you good insight into how the films were made. I think there's more emphasis on Jedi than any of the other ones, probably because that's when it was mainly made. But I would say this is a very good thing that I don't think they didn't even put that on the Blu-ray, so that's another thing that they're holding back for a future release. But more original trilogy stuff. Now, I'm missing part of this box. This was 97 special edition releases, and my mom had bought this. My mom bought this for me. She just came home one night from work, and she had this to give to me. These were actually, unfortunately, this was another pan and scan release. At this point, I still did not own a widescreen version of the original trilogy. So this was the pan and scan versions of the 97 special editions, which the sucky thing is that the widescreen versions, which I had rented at one point, I believe, had the trailers for the special edition releases, the theatrical trailers and everything. The pan and scan versions do not, but they do still, I believe they still have a little bit of featurettes here and there about the digital effects, stuff like that, the remastering process. So it's a little interesting stuff. I'll comment a little bit more on the special editions in a moment, but there's another part of this case that it's got kind of on an angle here. It's got Vader's face on it and everything. I don't know what happened to it. I'm sure it's somewhere in the house, but no sense in digging around in the crawl space for that. But since I had not, this was gotten up to the year 2000, and I still did not have a widescreen version of the original trilogy yet. So in 2000 they did a re-release set on VHS of the special editions for '97, which coincidentally also had a preview, little kind of featurette preview of Attack of the Clones. So I said, I need to have this on widescreen. I bought it on widescreen. So another thing with the slip covers, I really love their slip covers, obviously. But it's a really nice artwork. Got Vader, 3PO, and Yoda here and everything. And they got, slide that out if you want to figure that out. And got the special edition poster artwork on here with a nice nice design and everything, the white and the gold and everything. That looks really nice and everything. So this is widescreen, 97 special editions with, which obviously, so I gotta mention special editions a little bit, that I mean, at first didn't mind them at all. I liked them. I saw them in the theater in '97. It was a great experience. And you know, over time you get a little bit more analytical about things. You get a little bit more hungering for what you grew up for. You see some of the CGI isn't, I've been good for '97, but as it goes on, a lot of the CGI was not good. It kind of had too much fluff in it here and there. Some things you disagree with on a creative level. And but the reviews I wrote them for the original theatrical versions. So I don't get into talking about special edition crap. It's just reviewing the films that I grew up with and the versions that I grew up with. So you don't have to worry about that. You can read the reviews and just get the straight thing about the original versions that were released in theaters. But we're gonna let's continue on with moving on to the DVD phase of the set and everything. I know this video is going on quite long, but it's very, very long. So I'm gonna speed things up a little bit here. So we got the 2004 DVD set. I got custom artwork on these DVDs because I didn't care for the artwork that they put out with, which not terrible, but I kind of prefer the original poster artworks and everything. This is the 2004 editions, which had more changes that Lucas put in there, so on and so forth. Things I agree with, most things I don't agree with. I'll leave my rantings to another time and place. But like with this, I thought there was supposed to be a Best Buy midnight release, but apparently it was only select stores, so a whole bunch of us were standing outside Best Buy. It's well past midnight, nothing's happening, so we raced over to the local Super Kmart, which are open 24 hours, and we bought this. So next up we got 2006. They finally kind of bent a little bit, because Lucas, he wasn't going to release the original theatrical versions ever again. What they ended up doing is that they made them, 2006, they re-released them. They have the 2004 special editions on here, a limited edition set, which I got, I think it's like $15 or something on eBay with shipping. So I wasn't going to pay like $30-40 for them. So the 2004 special edition had the main thing, and then as a bonus feature, you had Laserdisc transfers from 1993 on here of the original theatrical versions. And when you really say original theatrical versions, and that's how they had, that's the way they advertised it, and that forced them to go back to be accurate, because the original theatrical version of the original Star Wars did not contain Episode 4 New Hope, so they had to go back to some source somewhere and dig that up and put it back in on the film somehow. So you know something exists. To have them do a real solid transfer that's actually anamorphic. This is 4x3 letterboxed. It's not up to the standards of modern day digital home media and everything. So but I bought these maybe about 3-4 years ago, and it was like, I need to own the original version. I just need to own the original versions in widescreen, the original stuff. So I got that, and there's some problems with the transfers. They a little too much digital noise reduction, where things kind of smear a little bit. It's not the best thing, but and even some of the colors are not true to the original picture quality of the films and whatnot. But joining back, we're going to prequels. I'm not going to talk about prequels. I'm just going to say what I have here. I have the Phantom Menace widescreen collector's edition set, which has a small little Art of Episode 1 book. It's got a film print thing, which is whatever it is, little film print thing. And you got the theatrical version in widescreen of Phantom Menace, which you can read my 9-page long review of that if you like, where I completely dismantle and destroy that film. I don't go in the films intending to just destroy the shit out of them. I do view them objectively, intending to give credit where credit is due, but also critique and destroy what it is that deserves to be ridiculed and whatever it is. And then obviously I got the DVD versions and everything, and I got this is the original animated version of the Clone Wars TV series that was coming out right before Episode 3. So I've got those here. That was a good series. It was enjoyable. It was fun. And I think that's about all there is. I didn't want to run through too much of the prequel stuff. You can read the reviews if you like. But why do I own so much Star Wars? Why do I own so many versions of the trilogy and everything? Well, because I love these films. I've talked about it plenty enough, but just basically it's creative. It's what I grew up with. It's a part of who I am. It's something that inspires my love and creativity and for filmmaking, storytelling, all these things. But we got so many things. But yeah, this is 1995 widescreen theatrical 1995 THX remastered widescreen version. I love the look of this set. I love everything about this set. It's in such awesome condition. Another thing I got off of eBay. eBay's the treasure trove, really. It really is. So I mean, this is one I love. This is the set I love. It's just fantastic. It looks great. It's both a presentation piece, and the tapes are fantastic quality. There's a lot cleaner prints. The color's a lot better, a lot more true to what they're supposed to be. The sound is very good, and they just did a fantastic job with that set. And I wish there was a little bit more care put into it, like they put into this, that they put into things now. The more changes Lucas put in the films, it's just like I just didn't care for it. I couldn't. I was, for the longest time, when the Blu-ray set was coming, I was like, I'm going to get this no matter what. I'm going to get a Blu-ray player. I'm going to get this set. And the more I heard about, the more changes that were made, just like it just took it out of me. And then even things about the picture quality being from transfers that are done in 2004 in a set that's being released in 2011. It's just not up to the standards that Lucas created all the things like THX and Skywalker sound to be the pinnacle of state-of-the-art filmmaking quality between picture and sound and everything. And just like where's that state-of-the-art desire from? Where did that go? So maybe Disney will turn things around, work things out however they have to work out, because I believe 20th Century Fox still owns the first Star Wars. They still own the rights to that. Lucas owns the right. Lucasfilm owns the rights to all the subsequent films and everything else. So hopefully one day they'll be able to figure it out, and maybe Disney will give the fans what they've wanted. Pristine, quality, remastered versions of the original trilogy presented in their original formats. The original versions without any special edition alterations, no CGI, just bring the original films that were released and people grew up with loving for the 80s and 90s, and just I would love to see that. But we'll see. We'll see what the future brings for Star Wars. See what Episode 7 has to offer us in about 2 years. Hopefully they'll knock it out of the park. We'll see what happens. But I like you sitting here for about 25 minutes or so watching me run through this stuff. You can get more information about all these sets in various places. Maybe I'll post some links below, but you can definitely find the links to all the reviews to each one of the Star Wars films below in the description, along with a link to the playlist on the Cinematic Trailers YouTube page that has every single Star Wars movie trailer that was released on the DVDs. They're in that playlist. So also here on RavensFilm Productions channel, check out some of the trailers for the film projects I've done, some of the music videos, some of the other stuff, film clips, scenes, preview stuff, even some completed film projects or whatnot. There's a lot of good stuff here. You can go check it out, hit subscribe, hit the like buttons, do whatever it is, spread the links around, and I really appreciate it. So thanks for enjoying my Star Wars collection if you have, and again, hit a like button if you like what you see. If not, hey, let's start up a conversation, start up a discussion, post some comments. I love it. So I'll catch you later. Bye.